Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. This is a special broadcast. Thank you for joining. Guys, as you can see in the topic here, we have an urgent conversation that is needed. Start immediately. So, let me just talk to you about this real quick. Today, I got a very interesting phone call from one of our subscribers, and I want to share it with you. I think it's very important. So join in. Let me see who's here so far. Big up everybody. Good night. Good night. Yeah, let me know if the audio is good and then I can start talking. I'm not gonna be too long, but you need to hear this, guys. When you need to hear this. All patriotic Jamaican. Whether you are in Jamaica, in the Caribbean region, wherever you are in the world tonight, good night. Thank you for joining. Guys, come hear this. Moderator, the audio good? All right. Brooklyn, big up. Thank you for joining. So, guys, I got a very interesting phone call this evening. One of our subscribers down there in Florida called out to JPU and say, you know what just happened? I was at a cookout, and at this cookout, people started talking politics. This is Orlando, Florida. Big up Orlando. At this cookout, big up Portland, big up St. Thomas, St. Mary. All are out there, so big up on yourself. Big up Atlanta. Yes. So, guys, at this cookout, lifestyle, big up yourself. The man say the politics came up. And at the cookout, the politics came up, and the people, they must say, of course, you have PNP, JLP there. And you had some PNP and some PNP. Some of the PNP, them, the minority one, them, look a small, little bit of PNP, them. I say, JPU and Karen and 411 and mash up PNP and if you come down. I have some other PNP now where them are the patriotic PNP. And them and the labor right them there is saying leave them alone. They're doing the right thing because we don't know where them are people are come from and them a mash up the opposition. Right? So it gave me a little insight into what is going on. Because we don't know, people watch JPU from all over the world. And we give thanks for that because we're not just speaking because we like to hear ourselves speak. We're speaking because we want the Jamaican community all over Jamaica and abroad to hear what is happening and try to educate our voters so that they can put the country in the right hands to take it forward. So the insight that I got from that conversation, and big up the JPU people them down there in Orlando, Florida. Exchange said him dep on the gully side. Big up gully side. Big up cassava piece. Maninzil Road, the whole up there so. The insight that I got from that conversation is that you have one like a handful of people who call themselves Jamaican. And them wouldn't mind you turn over the country in the hands of the wrong people. Right? Them not care nothing about competency. Them not care nothing about what is right for our country. Them not care nothing about patriotism. But it was quite nice to hear that PNP and JLP were united in the room at the cookout saying that leave the woman them alone. Them a do the right thing. So big up the patriotic labor rights and the patriotic PNP. that was down there in Orlando, Florida today at the cookout who stood up for righteousness and stood up for the real patriot them out here doing what is right. We appreciate that. The thing is, we're at a crossroads as a country. We are seeing that Jamaicans, and in particular Westmoreland, is really the blueprint right now in Jamaica of doing away with tribalism. Tell me if I'm wrong or I'm right. The people of Westmoreland, especially, well, the entire parish of Westmoreland, you see PNP, people them I leave the PNP and I join the JLP. You see the two councillors them who shook the foundation of the politics. Two councillors take a stance against these people because them don't right. And the man them come out and made it very clear that we are not standing with nothing when you corruption. We not stand up with nothing when you oppression, disrespect, and them something. They demand them. I just true, you know, we're so busy with information and things like that. Why? Them two man they forget big up in our people. The two man them from down in a western Westmoreland they cross the floor pan them man here because they don't right for the country. I want the wickedest move we ever seen in the history of Jamaican politics. Some of them are talk about them a real man. Them man they are real man. No joke. So it is good to see that tribalism is gonna soon be a thing of the past because the Jamaican people are taking a stance in saying we don't care what your political affiliation is. If you come out here and want to represent us and we see your work and we have faith in your work, we are gonna work with you. I mean, I have to give credit to the PNP people them who are doing that. For sure. So when we get the call today and the subscriber say, boy, yeah man, we united. PNP and JLP unite today at this barbecue. And I said, Lord, the woman them alone cause them a do the right thing. And meanwhile, they still have the one and two little Ray them at about people a mash up party. Party mash up long time. Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Ian Eels destroyed, shredded the People's National Party from when. I don't know, some of you people seem to be in denial because there's no PNP. What are you fighting for? You ought to be fighting for your country at this time. I say, come down right now. I don't know what you're hanging on to. And that's why the base of the PNP now is a bunch of elderly old women and some couple of LGBT men. There's more demographic, more groups in Jamaica than that. Me not fight against the elderly people. Me not really fight against the LGBT people as I'm speaking in this context. What I'm saying is, where are the young people, the young professional people, the middle age people, the women them, in a like my age group and younger? The PNP base is gone. So all of this tribalism stuff, are you for your country or what? Let me just show you guys real quick why people like me and the rest of patriots them around here are taking a stance against those who are not good for the country at this time and saying to the Jamaican people, stay the course. I don't care if nobody want to call me labor right, you know. That is not a curse word or a bad word right now, right? And nobody can come bright themselves Talk about labor right, pay me and them sitting there. Nobody can pay me for my talk. Nobody has ever accused me of stuff like that. That's not my style. I'm not hungry. But sometimes when you stand up for what is right, they have to put a label on you because they can't understand you. Why aren't you like us? Why aren't you tribal like us? Why aren't you hanging on like us? These are the questions they ask themselves and they can't figure out. Look at these people.
So when you look at this housing development of Edmund Ridge and you see the quality of the housing that is developed here, this is nothing like Operation Pride. I want to make that point clear. So if you compare what this government has done relative to what the previous governments have done, then you can come to the conclusion that something good are going in a Jamaica. Because if you compare these kinds of development to Operation Pride developments, then your conclusion would be that what was happening before was Operation Shame. And it is these developments that we are doing now that is really creating communities of pride, communities in which the homeowners feel that they have a really good investment, a really respectful investment, an investment in shelter that gives them dignity. That is why we bring these to the attention of the people. Something is happening in Jamaica. Something good is happening in housing. And as you can see today, even after the setback of COVID, we are well on our way with building out affordable housing at Edmund Ridge. This administration is the difference in housing. This administration has the plan for housing, but more than that, it is this administration that can consistently deliver housing for you.
There. Me not tell a lie. That little baby girl they look nice beside the Prime Minister though. I wonder if Prime Minister got one of that little baby. Me not force no baby on nobody, you know, cause some people are so they love come force some baby on me. I joke me I make Prime Minister. Nobody don't let it be said say a JPU tell if you go have more baby. Anyway, guys. If you see the people them in Jamaica get housing, affordable housing. These are the things why people like me can't in a stagnation. Jamaica has to develop. Good night, everybody. If you're just joining, please hit the like button for me. Please and thanks. This is a 1 hour special report. The Prime Minister mentioned, I guess he was trying to be funny, but he said this is not Operation Pride, or rather Operation Shame. This Prime Minister, there's accountability, right? We all remember Operation Pride. Can you imagine if, with this housing development that the Prime Minister and the government doing, in a Operation Pride, I must say $415 million. Don't tell me in the comment how much money. Because if I'm not mistaken, a 415 million was unaccounted for. Can you imagine if I did this a Prime Minister? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Let me know if you can hear me now, please. Something happened just now, and I'm trying to fix it. Moderator, let me know if you can hear. Yeah. As I was saying, sorry about that. With the housing solution that this government Prime Minister Andrew Holness is coming with to try and close the gap of homelessness and people who can't afford to live nowhere. Can you imagine? Moderator, how much money? I must say it $415 million we could not be accounted for. Can you imagine if I did wholeness? How much basket then get wholeness for carry water already? And if I do wholeness, I do housing. And when you hear from the shout, cannot be accounted for $415 million. Why that happen? Why that happen, people? Me, I want to know why that happening now. Not to mention, if it end up in a courthouse and the very government we carry it to court, them come to court and did not carry any paperwork. Lord Jesus, I first me hear this. Did not come to court with any paperwork, any paper trail, any documents. So 415 of the Jamaican people, a million, gone right down the drain. Eh? So you tell me now, when me say the government of Jamaica, I do them something here with the housing and so forth. And by the way, that's a very nice housing scheme right there. So when me see the government I do them something there now, and we no hear so no heap of money and miss none all them kind of foolishness and wickedness. What we supposed to do? Talk it through. You're a patriot, you know. That's all there is to it. And we don't owe nobody, no guy, no girl, no explanation. So the people them way down in Florida today, I talk about the couple of handful of ticky them. We are talk about say JPU and 4-1 when I'm carrying a mash up party. Wait until next week Sunday. Wait until next week Sunday when a big bad show roll out pound a blowout. Yeah. Moderator, you can hear? How is the audio, people? Tell me how is the audio? Oh my gosh. Guys, when you can hear? But people are saying in the chat say they can't hear. When you can hear? Everything good? Okay. Yeah, so in case you never hear what me that say before. Everything good? In case you never hear what me that say before, people. What I'm saying here is imagine if I did the government you know I did I do housing and when you hear from the short $415 million cannot be accounted for. And to add insult to injury, then go carry it go courthouse or somebody carry it go courthouse and when you carry it go courthouse, you can't find no paper trail. No paper trail no there for hold nobody accountable for nothing at all. So boom, courthouse and judge dash you out. 415 million of the Jamaican people millions gone down the drain. Right? So tell me now, if I did the government of the day do them sitting there now, why that happen? After we see how Then give this a prime minister how much basket for carry water. How much lie. How much thief in then try to stick on him. And nothing don't go. So imagine if Andrew Wallace did miss a $415 million of the Jamaican taxpayer money in a housing. Why that happen? They made that carry him to the gallows long time. Allow me to tell guys. So I'm saying that to say the people them big up East Portland, big up on yourself down at East Portland. Yes, the whole of East Portland over here, listen. The people them way down at Florida at the barbecue to them. And I talk about the one them will stand up for the woman them out here where I talk the truth. But the look handful them we talk about say JPU and Karen and 411 if you come down now call them a mash up party. Why? Me say wait until Sunday we are come. When a big bad program roll out pa no. You wait until Sunday. Me not say nothing more, you know. Una go see what una go see about mash up party. Eh? We never know say Mark Golin and Peter Bunting and Dayton and Ian Hills they mash up party from when. And they mash up party. I left PNP with 14 seats. Nobody out there so we are talking mash up PNP. PNP mash up long time. As a matter of fact, if you talk to some PNP people, they will tell us say a PG mash up PNP. For PG held nobody accountable for any wrongs. Nobody at all. PG never business with nothing unless him can. All him want him can win him election. And the workers at the party them going to fall in place when the election come. I know say the JLP them still have them internal warfare. So that's the PNP could have continued winning the election. PG never business about nothing at all. So all I want to do have Orlando, they look up 1 and 2 handful of ticky them. But me have to big up a patriot, them will stand up for JPU and Karen and 411. Why only there barbecue sit down for we name a talk about say we are mash up party? You know go man. Since we are mash up party, we only not go down to Jamaica go fix it. Eh? What make we not go to Jamaica go fix it? Guys, if you are just coming, welcome. This is a special broadcast. What brought me out here tonight? One of our good subscribers over here called this evening. And as a matter of fact, I get 2 phone calls to them. I'm going to tell you about the next phone call. Because I want them make me nearly vomit up my dinner. The phone call will bring me out here this evening. One of our subscribers down there in Orlando, Florida, called today and said, JPU, me there one barbecue, one cookout down here. Jamaicans down here, and the topic of politics came up. And PNP and PNP clash. And Labour Right and PNP agree. What was it about? Them talking about JPU, Karen, and 411 a mash up PNP. The couple of look a handful of tiki PNP all stalwart them. Meanwhile, the JLP and the rest of sensible PNP them unite and say the right thing a woman them a do them a talk out for the right of the country. So who vex? We don't care zero. The next thing now, one subscriber call me from the St. Elizabeth. Father God. The man call me from St. Elizabeth, guys, and tell me say him is a undertaker. Big up Curacao. Big up Curacao in the house. The man say him a build one casket for Bunting. Him just start build a casket for Bunting. Me say, what you say, sir? Say him a build a casket down there for bury Bunting. Him a build a casket for bury Bunting and Golden and Dayton Campbell. Me say, but Jesus have mercy. So him say when him done build a casket, him a go send the picture then come give me. So funeral I go keep. Mister, me never get a phone call like that in my life yet. Saint Elizabeth. Lord have mercy. So people only know so that the man they're gonna need one pallbearer. Him gonna need one pallbearer. Lord have mercy, me have to take bad things make laugh. Yes, man. So I know Jamaica alone are listening. I'm telling you, say everybody are listening. Whether you get the call from down at Orlando and the people them say Orlando are listening to you and today do and behold. One more call from Orlando, Florida, a barbecue. The people them politics attack all over about Jamaica. Right? The the invitation and presentation by the Prime Minister down there in Florida, Fort Lauderdale recently. Very good turnout, I was told. So I think that we the patriots, me, Karen 411, we the patriots out here, because of the work that we have been doing, and this is the first time that I am ever going to toot my own horn or our own horn. You can see that the people them in the diaspora, for example, the people them who go in them come tell say government is corrupt and this happen at Jamaica, that happen at Jamaica. The other thing say the government couldn't put a foot over here because the people them would have look upon him like thief and wicked and criminal and them something there. Because that is the narrative that the opposition want to spread on the Prime Minister. So a lot while when them come over in the diaspora talk, them sitting there and they protest where them go on with and whatever. The prime minister shouldn't get that turnout there over down in Florida where they. No. But it look like say the people them in the diaspora listen to we. Them a listen to Yasso, them a listen to Karen and them a listen to 411 and them a hear the truth. So their reaction to the government when they came over here, guys, me here say the place where the Prime Minister go, it was so full. And it wasn't a room full of JLP supporters. Everybody in there, including PNP and the one and two little vloggers them out here. But the Prime Minister of Jamaica received a very warm welcome. That says a lot. They have not been able to convince a soul with their lies and disinformation. And we out here, we're going to continue doing the good work. Me, 411, Karen, we're going to continue doing the good work. So don't worry on yourself. Because we say country over everything. And that is what makes us patriots. I keep on talking about the Westmoreland people them. Because me put up a video this morning. Ian Hales is in the video, is in the recording, the WhatsApp recording. 1 second, guys. Ian Hales is in the recording, telling the comrades them say, stop from post. Thank you. Stop from post. The other man, them not the group. What that says to me, the comrades them we post up the man them in the group. Them supposed to be comrades from paper, you know. But right now, them just do what makes sense. Which is to stand with the men who took a principled position and walked away from those who are leading the PNP who don't have no integrity, no respectability, no sense of decency. And that reach Ian Hales, you know. Yeah, him thinks there's a group of PNP, but another group of PNP people support him And the other man, then they must support. That's why that's why they keep on put the people them in the group and not respect him. Right? Let me see if I can. Oh crap. Let me see if I can load up one video because they had a nice football tournament down there in Western Westmoreland today. Big up Western Westmoreland. Yes. They had a look of football tournament. Today was the semi-final. So, they're just going around and meeting and greeting and, enjoying themselves and looking out for the people as usual. And the thing are going good. But according to my sources, Ian Ailes is in a state of panic. Him they all over the place. Kinda drive around and shadow the man them. Him a watch the man them, but the man them not watch him. Me soon put the video up on the screen and show you what they do today. It's a good look. And with everything where Ian Ailes attack, guys, you know feel say the man them for answer him. Because sometimes and every time people and every dog go back your answer, sometimes you just go on about your business. Let me read some of these comments while I'm doing that. Don't answer them. Okay. I don't answer him. Okay. I don't know what I'm to them. It's like they're haunted or something. Everything will come along nice. Election night, him not going to know what it him. Less is more. No need to answer. Yeah, I agree. Do what's constructive because Ian Hills, them are going to fixate on things that are unimportant, things that are trivial, things that are immature. And I don't believe in that kind of politics. Guys, have a look. This is what Western Westmoreland labor rights were doing today. Yeah, guys. So that was the mood today. I look a football game and the man them out there do them look a campaigning and no panic, just doing some real political work. Yeah, man. So that is Team James. And the momentum right now is not with Team Eels. It is with Team JLP and Team James. Right there, so. So that is what is causing all the panic. And if you have not watched that video, guys, check it out after the program, where Ian Hales is in the WhatsApp group telling the comrades, stop from post the man them in here. Stop from post the JLP candidate in here. The comrades them a post the JLP candidate for Ian Hales. I run up in blood pressure. All right, so yeah, man, now that to come for talk about yesterday tonight. Just you know, give a shout out to our friends down there in Orlando, Florida, who stood up today to the handful of PNP people who are trying to burn out JPU and burn out Karen and Jamaica 411, talking about say them a mash up PNP. Three woman pan social media can mash up PNP. No man, the thing mash up from Golden and Bunting and Dayton and Ian Hills mash up PNP. Not on a lie pan women. Don't do that. But as me said, the PNP and the JLP, the patriotic PNP them and the JLP stand up and say, no man, the woman them a do the right thing. They love them country. Them man nothing to do with mashing up my PNP. What them a do is show the country say we need to stay the course. And that we are say for true. We not hide and talk it. It's the truth. I tell this story before, I'm gonna tell it again before ending the program. When I realized that this government here came to work, it was 2016. Yeah, I was in Jamaica in 2016 for a month or so with my daughter. And our family, how we stay, we not really, well, my family in Jamaica, they not really like when we go a resort and them sitting. Been there, done that. We not really do them sitting them more than so anymore. Unless it's special occasion. But, we go to a family and, I come from a big family. And there's one set of family across the cockpit country over Chilani side. And I could never go and visit them over there because I drive when I'm in Jamaica and I always tell them that the road is so bad. I'm not coming over there. I want to see one or two, but come over here, so over the other side. And it's always been that way for years. Them take taxi and come over. But you see, in 2016, when the government come in, as soon as the government come in, the road start fix. Miles and miles of road start fix. And when me see say me can drive past smooth road, me come like me want cry. God know. Because over there where my family there, it's a nice little community, have a nice little vibes. And the last time I remember going over there, take taxi, go over there, and it was, the ride, you never forget the ride because the road is so bad. You're always gonna remember that. I want me see me could have drive, go over there and go check my family and stay over there and have a good time. I said, no man, this feel different. So me I say, well, the MP at work, and we had that conversation and me I say it's a good thing. And every year, because we always go in the summer, after 2016 when they started doing about the first mile of the road. So every summer now when me and my daughter go down, me notice say the road a fix can't done a go way down at Albert Town, way down. The whole place a carpet. So the MP, this is why Dalrymple can't get rid of from down there. So when you talk about representation, when you talk about, standard of representation, we're talking about quality. And at this moment, the Jamaican people them forgot go cast them vote for. Now business who in a orange or who in a green. Business about who fix your road, who turn on your pipe. No, a Dalrymple. Who fix your road? Who turn on your pipe? Who make sure say the quality of life in your community, have good community health care and all of these things. And that people for start vote for. Me I telling the people are years and years of bad road. Years and years. Now look on this look at dirty risers right here. So now. This risers. I don't like listening to you, girl. I hate you. So why you come over here? Eh? You one of the transmission them. That's why you don't like me, you know. Me don't want a transmission like me. At the wrong channel they depend. Go on over the transmission, them go sit down comfortable. Nastiness. Me know why you like me. A people like you, the Labour Right and the PNP them shut down today. Down at Orlando. People like you. Right? Cause you don't like woman. A people like you kill Melissa. Come on for this. You know, so me not block him. Moderator don't block him. Because him say him don't like listen, but him still over here listening. Not just listening, but also commenting. If you want mute him, make him mute him up. Make him hear the good things they want to talk over here. Yes, so as I was saying, when we talk about quality of work and standard of representation, it's different time now. Like up in life, people. The whole world need to hear this. So you see the $20 million with the MP them a collect? Yeah, there needs to be, evaluation done on their quality of work and all these things. All right, over which part me I tell you what the road fix people. Right we not have to take way. All right, you see from there, so the driver will go down go beach all down a Falmouth people. It take her one before the road fix, it take her 3 hour one way to go beach from there, so because the road was so bad. But now you can take her one good 1 hour. No joke. Or less than that. Cause rural, deep rural Jamaica. You can take one good 1 hour and shut it go down a beach. Cause road nice now. At this make the people them uncomfortable because all people like me not supposed to come out here and talk them sitting there, They not like when they talk this, them people that will kill you for them sitting there, Them people that will hate you when you talk the truth and big up the right things, And wicked them, Yes, man. Now, let me talk something real quick before me come off of this. One of my subscribers them just remind me of something important. You see the funeral home them at Jamaica, and enough of them now go have no business soon. Yeah, because the crime rate go down, You remember when the funeral director they come out and say they can't manage the heap of crime, you remember? Yeah, man, couple of years ago, about 2022 or so, the funeral director say, we have too much homicides, we can't manage. We don't have enough um we don't have enough people for do autopsies in the country. You remember? They overwhelmed. So right now, nobody come think say them can run go up no funeral home cause big business. It gonna be small business soon. Yes, it gonna be small business. You better start keep burial for pets, for dog and cat. Yeah, because you not gonna get no whole heap of human being. What a something. We not gonna hustle do because we need But when time we not get dead body, after people was you don't forget people were sick, people will die from natural causes, people will die from old age. You know if you get no whole heap of homicide, man, we can't manage that. I do want to say one more thing, you know. I keep saying one more thing and then me remember say me have to say something else. You know, a few labor rights um approach me about something. I me say me go talk it pan here so. The way in which the Jamaica Labour Party them are install the candidates them now, some labor rights are saying, listen, this kind of look away because you know it's like a last minute thing. I mean, yeah, some people even not blame Dr. Chang, but hear the reality and the truth of the whole thing now, people. Yes, sometimes it come on to general secretaries in these political parties. You can't have a general secretary who is a minister of government and who has a constituency to run. You cannot expect maximum performance of a general secretary with all those responsibilities. It's not possible. Dr. Chang is a member of parliament and he's also the national security minister. And you can see where he's performing in the security ministry. I'm not in his constituency, so I really don't know what his constituents think of his performance. But if the political parties, and this goes for both in my view, if the political parties want to see a general secretary will carry out a competent job, they cannot have people who are MPs and minister of government. You see, if you run a secretariat of a political party is a big responsibility. It's a lot of work. So if you want to have a fully functioning secretariat, somebody always available, stuff like that, you got to put somebody there when I have that much responsibility. Now, you have some people who say, well, I'm good because, you know, when Walipa election, rare, rare, rare. Well, that's a good argument, but at the same time, when you have candidates being installed this late in the game, it's not it's unsettling and it can cause problems and it can put some seats at risk, you know, in terms of, you know, the situation being settled. And some of these general secretaries, or all of them, they should have deputies. And when them fall short, maybe the deputies them can pick it up or whatever. I mean, I know, but I feel like say, and I've always felt this way, is that when you have the secretariat of a political movement, them not supposed to be no minister of government and so. That's how me feel. But when it comes down to general secretary, did you only hear about Dr. Chang? You don't really hear about the deputy. So I don't really know, you know, the quality of work that is being done. Um, you know, outside of Dr. Chang where that's concerned. But this is probably something that the JLP them need to get together and talk about because yeah, we can clearly see that with all these candidates are being positioned and like I said at this late time there seems to be something wrong, you know. So we will see. But if Dr. Chang a performing at the security ministry, me no feel so nobody supposed to really argue with him about nothing, you know. Right? But at the same time, you gotta, you know, raise these issues about the timing of settling these constituencies. All right, Oral, you make a good point. The general secretary can be a senator for true. Yeah, because them have a little more time on their hands to pay attention to the functions of a political party. I agree with that. But government ministers, them have a lot on them plate. Members of parliament, yes, them have a lot on them plate. It can cost you, man. Yeah, when you wait until last minute for your install candidate, especially when you are, when you have situations where you have to remove a candidate and install a different one. Sometimes you have a healing process that must take place, and introduction to the new candidate and them things. So that takes a little time sometimes. So that's not something that should be done at the last minute, guys. Yeah. Maybe Dr. Chang never did have so much things to do to that different. Me no know. But me can see how somebody can perform very well in his position as general secretary when them have so much other work to do. Look like say the deputy them really a help him. Me no know. 'Cause if they made a help him, the late business, it probably wouldn't be a problem. I think each party has 4 deputies. Yes. Good night, Lurleen. Big up yourself. Anyway, guys, I want to say me I come out here with this special report. Me can't stop big up the people them down at Orlando, Florida. We stand up for JPU and the 411 and Miss Karen. Big up on yourself. JLP and PNP unite. Breaking news. JLP and PNP united today down at Orlando, Florida. Standing up for JPU, Karen Cross, and Jamaica 411. Because one look a handful of PNP in the room, I try bring we down, I talk about we a mash up PNP after PNP mash up from 2020. Or probably before that. Nobody come about we. Leave we alone. We now come off our platform. We now come down. Because you never put we up. So we are going to continue doing the good work. So we have to say big up to Orlando, Florida, and wherever else you're listening in the world. And this is good. When you're out at your barbecues and your cookouts and things like that, talk about politics. How can I say no to my moderator? 15 more minutes. How can I say no? Ah, Jesus. Yeah, guys. When time we there these cookouts and them sitting there, we must talk about our country. We must talk about the politics. Play a Vegas. Me nah know Vegas, you know, Lord Jesus. See, Vegas have one different energy, You can't lay and play Vegas. Me hear say down a Westmoreland I go nice. Jesus have mercy. I wonder if Vegas I go down there. Vegas, let me ask you something. Who are your speechwriter? Lord Jesus. Mr. Vegas, come here. Hey, wanna ask Mr. Vegas. Say, who are his speechwriter? Good night, Ancho. Big up yourself. Where say JP, you are the talk of the town? Lord have mercy, man. Karen, 411, big up on yourself. Because you see the thing that separates us from some other platform. We don't really do mix up and baga. Quality is what we do. And while me there here for another 10 minutes now, Senator Longmore, remember them they come down upon her about her divorce. They try to say she's unhinged because she had a divorce. And they try to weaponize the divorce and, don't listen to her. She's just angry. She's just bitter because she had a divorce. What amount of divorce they go on every day all over the world? But I am saying, what nerve do they have talking about people getting a divorce? When, if Melissa had a divorce, she'd be alive today. Divorce is not always a bad thing, Divorce can save lives. That is what they are missing. And if you go, you go talk them things they know, them are gonna say you're a troublemaker. Yeah. Yes, divorce save lives. And if Melissa did get a divorce, she'd be alive today. Leave the senator alone, make she talk her mind. No for the senator them, bunting them, going there, go trace off people and do all manner of evil. And through the senator going there, go hold up the picture when Mark Golden have the shackle of a big stone head. That a kill them. Them not want the woman for talk. So that's why Dr. Langmore come back again with the picture with Mark Golden holding up the shackles and say, "I this a kill you know. And I can show my leader to anybody who don't do this and beat me." And that's not the problem. So you can't take divorce and cuss people. Divorce are not sitting for your cuss people. Divorce can be freedom. Divorce can save your life. True, true. Divorce can save you from an early grave. So nothing wrong with divorce. You can't take divorce cause nobody. Dr. Langmore and our divorce is our personal life. But as studies transmission, them like to go up underneath people and get personal with people. That's what they do. They like personal attack on them style there. And that's why when people see them, people don't even want to engage them on social media anymore because they're so uncivilized. People don't even want to speak to them because we're civilized around here. But a lot of those people, they're underdeveloped. You can't reason with them about politics or nothing at all. They only know how to personally attack and tell lie and mix up on them something. No man. We are big people. We outlive them something there. So Dr. Langmore is still standing tall. Yeah, because every time she go in at the Senate, more she fi show the picture with gold in her all up the shackles. I know she did tell him to go hold it up at Dayton. If anything, gonna go blame Dayton if you no vex about that. All right. So, Nikki Willis says, continue to drive the positive videos. First time I ran into your channel was in November when I went to Uganda. From that, I'm sick. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Big up yourself, Nikki. More love. Big up yourself. Them can't stop you. You are a modern day night. Right there, so Teddy. Big up yourself. Thank you. Me not understand them here people, yeah. Mm-hmm. I see viewership going up. You have to keep going. Oh, I don't plan on stopping. Not at all. Today, me see our friend Craig Oates put out a video and he was talking about people and individuals having their right to choose, you know? Because Craig Oates has been out there campaigning with the member of parliament and him same a campaign with him because the man a do a good job now. And if somebody a do a good job, we are not the type of people who fight down people who are doing good. And Craig Oates is from that tribe. So Craig Oates come out and say, listen, you can't fight down a man for standing on the right side. You can't do that. Whether you're JLP or PNP, from the right thing I do, and that's the side you must stand on, then feel no way about it. That's basically what he said. Jerome, big up yourself. You're late, but you reach. Ah, Jesus. Mm-hmm. I see some new names in the chat. Make sure someone subscribe here and turn on the notification. Over here, we try to bring the truth every time. You know, some people will like it, some people won't. Those who are, you know, truth seekers and truth tellers, they will have no problem. You know, as we're coming closer to the election, you know, it's getting a little hostile, but we try to stay above the fray because we don't really come out here for come war with nobody and them something there. So very interesting days ahead. Lawrence was almost look out for next month. Today the 27th. Now ask if we now go and look out in the people. Lord of mercy. It's coming down to the wire. Anyway, my 15 minutes up. Moderator, good night. Good night, everybody who decided to stop by. Make sure, guys, that you are sharing our content with your family and your friends. And same like how them down in Orlando, Florida, then got the cookout today. And I call up JPU and Karen and 411 name. I talk about where mash up party. Like say them have a blindfold a walk in the world. Them not see a party mash up from when. We want to big up the people them in Orlando who stood up for us and stood up for what is right. So wherever you are listening, be sure to share our content so that Jamaican people, when they go out to the polls, they're going to make an educated decision on the future of their country. Have a good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll catch up.
Jamaica politics and cover. Pick up yourself because you don't know you will discover. Natalie, you're bigger than George Washington Bridge and Island Empire State Building. Straight to the ceiling. Sin, Lord of mercy. Jamaica is not a place to go all. Not when certain guys in control. Jehovah God know. Lord of mercy. Hey, some say that them a diety. And they must suffer to hell no rotted. Natalie, more you pick up yourself. Right and no because you're rougher than them. Hey, they must say that they must die. And they must suffer to hell no rotted.